Hey guys, I had a bunch of butthurt Nintendo fans comment on my Nintendo video why the Switch is dog shit or whatever I called it. Fuck Nintendo. They stole $300 from me and they absolutely did. And the comments, some of them were just nonsensical. And some of them were like, bro, you said $250 in the video, but you said 300 in the title. Why are you clickbaiting? You didn't watch the entire video. You know what I mean? Like, they leave comments before they even watch everything. They watch for like 2 seconds. They're like, oh my god, this guy hates Nintendo, and I don't like that, so I'm gonna leave him a mean comment and see if he comments back and I get a reaction out of him. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think it's hilarious, honestly. Keep the nasty comments coming, you butthurt Nintendo fanboys, because Nintendo does suck. They absolutely do. I've always been a Nintendo guy, right? And I have those two posters on my wall there, Skyward Sword and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They were great games, and I love them to death. But here's the thing: why does it have to be tied to an account? That's the simple question. Why does it have to be tied to an account with Nintendo? It used to be on the Wii and the Wii U. For those of you who don't remember or did not have a Wii or Wii U when the eShop was out, you downloaded a game and it was yours because it was on your system. It was on your fucking system and you owned it because it was on your system. Yeah, it could get stolen or you could lose it, but guess what? That's the way it works with everything you own. Take better care of your stuff. Keep it secure. Let's say you own assets, right? Let's say you own like gold or something like that. Your gold can be stolen. Your gold can get lost or whatever. But here's the thing. That's the way it works with every literal thing you own. But you own it. It's yours. When it's tied to the internet, you don't own that. Because if the internet goes out, if something happens to the internet or the accounts, let's say Nintendo got hacked or something and then they lost all their accounts, all your games are gone. So yeah, the cloud does have some benefits, but they own your games through the accounts. You pay them to use their games, but you do not own the game. You paid a price for it to have it on that account, and you traded your ownership for security. That's how totalitarianism starts, okay? Do you not see that? Do you not understand that? The idea that you don't own anything, but we'll keep your game safe for you, and if you lose your system, hey, guess what? You still got it. We got you, but guess what? You don't own it. It's not yours. And that mindset is what keeps people poor in this world. I'm going to mesh this in with some of my own views on economics and on manifestation in the economy, right? And on just general what do you call it? Just how to be successful. How to be successful. And I'm going to get a comment. I already know I'm going to get a fucking comment. Oh, he's saying how to be successful when he's sitting in this crappy basement. Yeah, I get it, bro. I totally do. And the reason for that is because I've spent the last few years coming off methadone, amphetamines, benzos, Lyrica. I quit caffeine. I quit smoking cigarettes. I used to do both. But, the fact that I'm even still alive is an absolute miracle because people don't survive my situation. But I can promise you that if I keep going the way I am, I will not be in this basement for long. And I will not be in this basement forever. So, you can sling whatever mud you want at me, but it's true, It's what's this idea that, everything has to be tied to an account now? Let's say you delete your account, but it's tied to your account in another name or whatever. Let's say you have a second account with your name on it, okay? Just realistically, why can't you just download that game off your account onto the system and have it permanently on your system? You already bought the game. You already own it. Just give people one download. Say you can download this onto one system before it gets locked. And then maybe you delete it off the system and then you can download it again onto that system, or you can download it onto another system. Because it works the same as having a copy, right? You have a copy, you have one copy, you could give it to somebody else to use on their system. So why the hell not? Somebody tell me why that's so goddamn difficult to let people do that. It's just ludicrous. It's ridiculous. I lost those games. But I learned a valuable lesson from it. I'm never going to download anything digitally from Nintendo ever again. These are not the Wii and Wii U days. These are the dumbass days, the Gen Z days where everything has to be digital and everything has to be in a nice, neat little box where everything can be nice and safe. Nice and fucking safe. Because the biggest problem I see with this new generation, and a lot of you Gen Zers are very hardworking and very determined individuals. I've seen it. I've seen the best of you out there, and you are just phenomenal. You're awesome. But there are a lot of them, too, that are just, like, so coddled. You know, they never got to go out and take chances. They never got to take risks, and they became little butthurt internet trolls, dude. You know, and that's sad. I feel bad for those people, but at the same time, you know, they're like, it's like when you got all these dumbasses running around who are saying, oh, bro, you know, Nintendo's great and keep it on the accounts because the accounts keep our stuff safe and therefore we don't have to take chances with actually watching our own stuff. But here's the thing, you're never going to get anything in life if you don't take chances, if you don't go out there and fucking risk having your own stuff to look after. You got to take some chances. And that's why I was thinking about this for a few days now, because I wanted to figure out how to articulate this to people who just don't understand. So would you want your gold, let's say you own gold or silver or some kind of precious metal, would you want it to be tied to an internet account? In all honesty, would you want that shit on there? And then they say, well, we keep your gold safe, but you don't actually have it on you. We tie it to your internet account and that's how much you own. Nobody would fucking do that. Nobody. And I think people are so used to things like Steam, where all their games are on their one account or whatever, that they've just kind of become desensitized to it. And even with Steam, I can let that go because that's just, Steam's honest about it. They're very upfront about that, you know. But with Nintendo, I never heard that whole account thing with the Switch when they switched over. When they switched over to the Switch, I never heard when you delete your account, your games are gone. They're very bad at being transparent. They're very bad at, and then you see what happens with like the Switch 2. You know, with all this nonsense that came out with the new system. The system is dog shit. I've seen it at the GameStop, you know. It looks just like a regular Switch, but it's got this monetized button. It's got a bunch of other nonsense on it. Nintendo doesn't let you play GameCube games on the regular Switch, even though you pay full price for the service. You really think they're your friend? You really think they've got your best interests at heart? As a Nintendo fanboy, be honest with me. Do you really think they have your best interests at heart? I'll show you what I fucking think of Nintendo. Here. I will show you right now. Oh, it's a beautiful poster, isn't it? So, you know, this, hold on a second. Let me see. I gotta anchor this phone here. I will put it, come on, phone. There we go. Yeah, that's good. You know, I'll show you what I fucking think of. Fucking son of a bitch. Take my $300 games, you piece of fucking... That's what I think of your precious Nintendo. So if you disagree with me, go fuck yourself. And have a great day, all right? You say a prayer for me, I'll say a prayer for you, all right? Bye-bye.